Hariom students, I hope everyone is doing well and I welcome you all to ATL online classes. Being the in charge of ATL Chinmaya Vidyalaya, that is Atal Tinkering Lab Chinmaya Vidyalaya, I am going to take some online classes through video lectures and doubt classes as well, which can help you to learn some programming. Because most of the projects we have done in the lab are based on the programming, that is based on the Arduino we have done. And since the lockdown is going on and we cannot do any projects in the lab, so at least being at home we can learn some programming that can really help us to do some projects once the lockdown gets over. So in general there are different types of the language programming languages we have. We have R language, we have Python, we have C language, Java. But if you compare all the programming languages, the Python is one of the simplest language we have, and that is what we are going to learn today. So you'll see how to start the Python programming, how to do the programming, and how to do simple calculations, simple mathematics with the help of this Python. So I hope you will be able to find interest, you will be able to learn the programming, and in every week I will be giving some classes where you can learn more and can really help you and me as well in the ATL. So let's start the class. So I welcome you once again to ATL online session 1, where we are going to learn Python programming. Myself Rajesh Kumar Sharma, the ATL in charge of Chinmaya Vidyalaya. So very first we should know what is Python. So you can see the simple meaning. It is a popular programming language which is used for web development, mathematics, and even for high level analytics. So you should know there are lots of programming languages we have, and if you compare all the programming languages, the Python is one of the simplest, and that is having lots of applications. So web development is like making the website, designing the website is done with the help of the Python. Mathematics means lots of calculations can be done, any kind of calculations can be done with the help of Python language. And even if you have to do analysis, like collecting the data from somewhere, studying the data, and based on the data if you have to give some input and output, all things are possible with the help of this Python. And you should know most of the companies which are running successfully today are using Python for the programming, like Amazon we have, Google we have, and there are lots of companies which are doing lots of online process, and most of them are using this Python to do their work. Next thing is, in general you have to pay for some programming languages. So Python is one of the language where you don't have to pay anything, it is free of cost. You just need to start programming from with the help of some site, or you can install, upload, and you can start the programming. So nowhere you are going to pay anything for this programming language. It is one of the simplest to write the language. Means if you do the programming, lots of programming are to be done, lots of steps to be done, lots of complicated terms are there. But when you do the Python programming, it's very simple, like a simple English language, you'll see. And with the help of simple language you can actually do the programming in the Python. And one more thing is, the time you complete the programming, the time your programming is done, written work is done, the same time you can compile and you can run the program. Means same time you can see the result or output. So within seconds you can run the program and you can see the output, and you can say in brief it takes very short time to complete any programming and show you the output. So there are lots of applications we have that we are going to see today. So today we will start with the mathematics one, means how to do some mathematics with the help of Python programming. And very first we will see where to do the programming, if you have to download or install something in the laptop, or we can do directly. So in general, let's see how to start and how to do the programming. So let's start the class today. So very first you go to Google and type Google Colab, COLAB, and the very site that you see Google Colab, you just click on that, and then you go for new notebook. So here we are going to get the space where we are going to do the programming. So online we can do the programming and you can install and upload in the system as well, but today we are learning how to do the programming online. So once the file gets opened, you go to file, from where you can rename the notebook. Means you can give any name to the file where you are going to do the programming today. So since we are going to do the mathematics, I am giving the name mathematics only. Okay, so from the file you can rename the program, and also you can save it anywhere, wherever you want to save, in the system, in the drive, it's your choice. So that is how you can save the file as well, so nothing will be lost once you have done it. And I suggest you to save in the drive so that it will remain there all the time. Now next thing is, you see there is a play button and plus code. So plus code is just for start the new programming. So once your one program is done, you go for the next with the help of plus code, and the play symbol you see here, the play button is just to run the program, and the one which is blinking is the place where we are going to do the programming. So let's try simple addition of the number with the help of this language. So you can see, just type and click the play button, and you see it's connecting there, nothing to click now, it's connecting. So first time it takes some time to complete the program, but later on you'll see it will do in very less time, because first time it has to connect and initialize also. Okay, so you shall see it's the answer is 906. You can calculate with the help of calculator. Now if you have to go for the next, you can just click plus code and again type any mathematics, plus minus, any kind of calculation you want to do, just type and play the button. You can see the answer. So here you can see I'm not doing any programming, we are just typing the numbers and we are adding and subtracting the numbers in very less time. So we can say the Python can be used as a calculator. So this is Python which is done online without installing anything in the device. So again plus code for the new programming, and again 25 plus 25, and let's see, minus 85, and multiplied by 25 plus 25 1, that is 251, divided by 5. So you can see I have used most of the mathematic tools, that is plus, minus, multiplication, division, all, and you can see final answer minus 1424.8. You can check the answer. So BODMAS rule is followed automatically, nothing to do for it. Next thing is, we know if you have to multiply 3 times, what is to be done? 2 into 2 into 2. So what is the answer? 8. But the same thing can be written as 2 to the power 3. So how to write the power? So 2 double multiplication sign and power 3. So this meaning is 2 to the power 3. So if you put double star and then the number, it means power 3. So here it is 2 double star 10 means 2 to the power 10. So finding the power of a number is very simple, you can see. So 2 to the power 10 is 1024. So if you multiply 2 10 times, you will get 1024. Again, if you have to find the 25 to the power 100, so you can see 25 double multiplication sign and 100. So if you have to find the power of any number, so the number should be the first and then second, 2 different multiplication sign and then the power, that is whatever power you want to find. So 100 to the power 2, you know, 10,000. So this is how we can find the power of any number with the help of this Python in a very simple step with the help of just 2 star sign. Okay, now if you have to find the remainder, like if you divide 100 by 2, you will get some remainder. So you know, once you divide 100 by 2, it is completely divisible. So for the remainder we use the symbol of percentage. So 100% is 2 means 100 divided by 2, remainder is 0. 25% is 4 means, you know, if you divide 25 by 4, it will be giving you 1 remainder. So here percentage basically means remainder. So if you have to find the remainder for any number or any division, you can use the percentage sign directly and you can play the program. You can run the program, you get the answer 100 divided by 12, you know, the remainder will be 4. So this is not the division answer, this is the remainder. So when you divide, whatever remainder you get, that you can find out with the help of simple percentage sign. So you can also check the answer. Okay, now let's try something new. Okay, so in general, till now we have done based on the constant number. So you know, in mathematics we have some variable and constants. So let's try something with a variable. Now we are trying to multiply, divide or add two numbers, but the numbers are not so fixed. So what is to be done? We can take any variable x, that is x is equal to int within bracket, and then in the bracket starts enter a number, and y is equal to int, again input, and then enter a number. So x and y, these are the two different variables we have taken, and int is for the integer. You know, different types of the number we have. So what number we are going to take is integer here, and within the bracket inverted comma, whatever things you write, the same thing will be printed as it is. Okay, now we want to add these two number x and y. So let s is equal to x plus y. So s is another variable that we have defined here, and we want to print, that is the output we have to show. So for the output to be printed, we are using the symbol print, print, and within bracket you write down s, because s is equal to what? X plus y. So whatever the value of x will get, y will get, the answer will be given. So you can see, enter a number very first, enter second number 12, and then answer is 22. So you can see, if you have to work with the variable, means the number is not so fixed, we can go for the programming with the help of input command. So int, input, both can be done. So you can see, enter a number, enter second number, and once you enter the number, what you'll get? The answer. So now let's do some modification with the programming here. Now before printing the answer, we want to write down the sum of two numbers is, means we also want to display this statement before writing the answer. So anything within the inverted comma and within the bracket you write, you will see the same thing will be printed as it is. But the thing is, I want to print the value of s, that is x plus y. So we know here it is s is equal to x plus y, but before I want to print the answer, I want to print this statement. So what is to be done? You come out of this the inverted comma, and after comma write down s, and once you write s after comma, now you can see, once you run the program, what you get? Enter a number, enter second number, and the sum of two numbers is 37. You can see the answer. So you can modify anything within the inverted comma, you write down, it will just be taken as it is without any error. So it will be just printed as it is. So you can see, now I have given colon after the first and second numbers. You can see this colon has come, and it will show the number, sum of two numbers is 64. So where you have to ask someone to enter some number, you can use the input command, and which kind of number you want to use, you can use that also. So int is for integer number. Okay, now let's do multiplication of the same two the variables we have, x and y. So we have modified the symbol or the equation, we can say. Now s is equal to x multiplied by y, and once you run the command, it will ask to enter the first number, then you enter again, it will ask for the second number, and then it will show the answer. The product of two number is 6, 5, 4 times 0. So now let's again try to divide the two numbers, x by y. So the person will be asked to enter one number and then second number, and then one will be divided by the other. So we have done the changes in the formula and the statement. So you can see, once you enter the run a program, enter first number, second number, and 200 by 10, you know, it's 20. So I'm moving fast because I have to cover more topics today, but still you can stop the video anywhere and you can see the programming properly, how I have written the code, and you can try yourself with me, so that you should know how it really works. So I hope this much is clear till now. Again, let's try another thing, that is we are going for the next kind of programming, where again we want someone to enter the numbers 1 and 2, that is first number, second number, and then again we want to do something with the two numbers given by the person. So just see what I am writing here. X is equal to int input, enter a number, and then y is equal to int input, enter second number. Okay, so only the thing is you have to see how to write the program, where to use the bracket, where to open the bracket, where to close the bracket, and where to use the inverted comma. That is to be understood here. So now I'm trying something new, that is again x and y, two different variables we have taken, and that can be any number that will be entered by the person, and I'm using a new variable p. So any alphabet you can use, that's not a problem here. So according to me it is x plus y by 2. So we want to add these two numbers that is given by the second person, and then whatever the answer will be there, that should be divided by 2. So we want to display, that is first you enter a number, then enter second number, and then we want to display x plus y by 2 is equal to the answer. So again you can see print command, and then within the bracket what I have done, within inverted comma x plus y by 2, and then equal to sign and inverted comma closed, and then comma and then p, because comma has to be there, then only it will show the answer after the statement, and that should be written after the inverted comma. So now I want to print the final answer is an even number or odd number. So we understood how to find even and how to find a remainder. So if remainder will be 0, if you divide any number by 2 and if the remainder is 0, that will be an even number, and if you divide any number by 2 and the remainder is non-zero, it is odd number. So I have given the statement, if and else statement here. So I can again stop the video and you can see program properly. So if p percentage 2 is double equal to 0, that is how we have to write down. It means that if you divide the answer by 2 and if the remainder is 0, then the number will be even, that I want to print, display. Otherwise it should display it is an odd number. So let's try. Once you run the program, it is asking to enter the first number, enter a number, then again enter, again it will ask for the second number, 20. Now 10 plus 20 is how much? 30, and 30 by 2 is 15, and 15 is an odd number. So since 15, when it is divided by 2, it will give a remainder of 1. So remainder is non-zero, that's why it is odd number. Let's try another one. Again enters a different number. So I have entered 10 and 10. 10 plus 10, 20. 20 by 2 is 10, and 10 is an even number. Second, again one more, 25, first number, 13. 25 plus 13 is how much? 38, and that is divided by 2, 19, and 19 is an odd number. So you can see first we are asking to enter the number, and then we are asking to do the calculation. Now the simple thing is, if you have to print anything, you just write down print, and within bracket and inverted comma write down any statement. So that is the use of print command. So print command is just to show anything or any text, anything, any number that you want to display as it is without any error. So print within bracket double inverted comma, that is I am learning Python. So the way it is written inside, it will be showing you as it is. So that is how we can do simple mathematics with the help of Python, and you can try yourself. You must stop the video in between and you must see each and every step one by one. The way I have written, the same way you have to write down. Wherever I have given the space, give the space. If I have not given the space, don't give the space, and try yourself and then see what you can do. So that is for today. and I hope you enjoyed this. So thank you. We'll see you next class very soon. Take care. Hari Om.